talk about basic photo corrections in extra credit in Chapter 2, and also address resolution. So first of all, I'm going to open up the bike image, and I have that opened up here. It's you can see it's a TIFF file, and up at the top it identifies it as an RGB file. All right, so that's a red, green, blue, different than what we would print for CMYK. When I'm looking at a file for the first time, I want to know what resolution it is. So I'm going to go to Command Option I, which would also be image size. And in image size, or Command Option I, you can use Control Option if you're on Windows system. You'll notice at the very top it gives you the image size as in megabytes. And then below that you have dimensions. This is 1280 by 960 pixels. Pixels are going to be important to us as we move forward, but we can switch this to inches, centimeters, millimeters, depending on what system we want to work with. But right below that, it gives us our print size in width and height in inches, and then a resolution. These three are tied together. So let's say I want to go ahead and make this more like an 8 by 10, and we have enough resolution in the image to do that, to make a printable file that will fit on a standard sheet of paper. So I'm going to put in a width of 10, and notice it goes 10 by 7.5 inches at a resolution of 300. But look what happened to my dimensions. It more than quadrupled the dimensions. Remember, our original dimension was 1280. This is doubling it in both directions. All right, so normally we wouldn't really have, I'm going to say okay to that, we wouldn't really have enough pixels there to have a high quality image, but let's zoom up on it. We can use our zoom tool and go up to the top and look at our percentages. I can also zoom up on an image by going Command plus 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 or minus minus minus, and now notice it says in the upper left hand corner 400%. And I can click on this 100% and go right back to its original 100% size. In the lower left was where, in the far lower left, little tiny, is where I typed in a percentage. And what you're looking for is if the image still has quality up at that, that when you're looking at it that closely. It looks like it works pretty well. You can always hit Command 0 to go back to the original size. Now normally I always suggest scaling down and never scaling up, but some of the technologies have improved in Photoshop to where it can automatically do these adjustments. So I'm going to go down to Command Option I and go back. I can go either adjust it back, or I can just simply go up to File, Revert, and revert my file back to the original size, and then do image size again. And I wanted to show you what happens if I turn resampling off and try the same thing. I'm going to put 10, and it makes my 10 by 7.5, but notice my resolution is 128. So what Photoshop is telling us is that in order to keep the original dimensions at 1280 by 960, it needs to reduce the resolution in order to have a print that's going to be this larger size at 10 by 7.5. So technically, that's really the approach I should take. Now it says 10 by 7.5, but at a lower resolution. And again, I'm going to hit Command plus 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 and take a look around and see how it looks. I'm at 500%, and it looks pretty good. You can go all the way down to the pixel level here, and each one of those little squares are pixels. I'm going to go back to 100%. You can either click at the top of the screen or hit Command 0. And that's it for looking at resolution today. Thank you.